Lancashire Hotpot. If you would like to learn how to make this quintessentially British dish, then keep watching for a scrumptious but simple recipe. Okay, so welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be cooking a traditional British dish, Lancashire Hotpot. So without further ado, let me show you what ingredients you're going to need. So what we're going to need is I've got 900 grams of lamb chops, 2 lamb's kidneys. Now ideally I'd put 3 in, but they're a bit short supply around here at the moment. I could only manage to get 2 of these. I've also got 4 carrots, 3 onions, some thyme, 3 bay leaves, 900 grams of potatoes, 400 millilitres of lamb stock, 50 grams of flour, some salt and pepper, and in the frying pan over here I've got 30 grams of butter, where we're going to start off by frying the meat and the vegetables, not the potatoes but the carrots and the onions, to get them started. And then once they're nicely browned, all of this will be going into the slow cooker, and then we're going to cook it for 8 hours. Obviously on a very low heat, which the slow cookers produce, and that will really let the flavours come out of the dish. So let's get started. Oh, and the other thing of course we've got is we need some Worcester sauce in there. So let's get started with the preparation of all the ingredients. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is add a good pinch of pepper into the flour. There we are. And some salt. That's it. Now we just need to mix that up a little bit. Okay, I think I have a bit more pepper in there. There we are. And then what we're going to do is just dust the lamb chops in that. So if I can make some space here. There we go. Right. Really just tip them in and turn them over. Just get a light dusting on there, because we're going to, that enhances the flavour when we fry them. Right, that's that all done. So now, next thing we're going to do is just cut up the kidneys and put them in the dish here with those lamb chops. With the kidneys, you want them quite small pieces. And the reason for putting these in is they definitely add a rich flavour to the whole dish. So what we don't need though is that white bit at the centre of the kidney. So just cut that out, that can go, don't need that. Right, okay, so that can go into here until we're ready to fry that. Now we can get on with preparing the rest of the vegetables. So let's start with the onions. Okay, that's the onions done. So now we're going to do the carrots. So, and finally, we now need to do the potatoes. So, now we need to slice the potatoes fairly thinly. So as you can see, that's the sort of thickness that we're looking for. Okay, that's the potatoes done. So what I'm going to do now is start to fry the meat. Okay, so that's the butter melting nicely. So now we can start to fry the chops. Okay, that's the first batch nicely browned. We're going to take those out, put them to one side, and put the rest in. So that's that batch nicely done. We'll get those out as well. And now what we're going to do is put the kidney in so they can have a quick fry. So that's good. And now, finally, in go the vegetables. So we're just going to give them a few minutes. So finally, we're going to put what's left over of the flour in as well, and give that a good mix. Okay, so that's done. And now what we'll do is get the slow cooker out, switch this off, and then we'll start layering all the various ingredients up in the slow cooker, then turn that on and leave it for 8 hours. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start to layer up the ingredients inside the slow cooker. So first we'll put some lamb in on the bottom. So I want a layer down there. And we're basically going to layer this up with lamb, vegetables and potatoes, and then keep alternating as we build up the layers. Okay, so that's good. So that's that. Now we'll put some of the cooked vegetables and kidneys in. There you go. That's good. And also, in between each layer, we're going to put some seasoning. So a little bit of salt and some pepper. And 1 bay leaf and some thyme. Now we put the potatoes on. And we're just basically going to layer these in. Remembering to leave enough potatoes so that we finish off the dish with a top layer of potatoes. Right, that's that. So, next layer of lamb. And then some more vegetables and kidneys. Some pepper again. A little bit of salt. More thyme and another bay leaf. Then potatoes. So here we go. That's about it. And then the final layer of lamb. There we go. It's looking good. Just press it down a bit. Right, and then lastly, the rest of the vegetables and kidney mix. Spread that out a bit. And last bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt again, pepper, thyme, and the last bay leaf. And finally, we put on the top layer of potatoes. I think I'm just about going to have enough for this. There we go. That's it. So that's that all done. Now, the last thing we need to do is we have to put in we have to put in 2 teaspoonfuls of Worcester sauce. That's 1, 2, and then we have here our lamb stock. So that's 400 millilitres, that goes in as well. There we go. Okay, now finally we put the lid on, set the switch on the slow cooker and leave it for 8 hours. So that's it. I will see you back here in 8 hours time to show you the finished result. So that's 8 hours gone by now that this has been cooking. So let's open it up and have a look at what we've got. As you can see, it all looks pretty good there. So let's see if I can get some out. Oh, look at the way that meat's just falling apart. As you can see, perfect. And there you have it. A British classic, Lancashire Hotpot. So I hope you enjoy this meal. I'm sure you'll find it's extremely tasty. So that's it for today. If you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell notification and you'll be told when the next video is available for you to watch. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.